Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Moses. Today I want to talk to you about some of the different hazards that our eyes are exposed to due to the places we work. Alright, some of us that work with construction companies and do carpentry works, we are quite exposed, to flying debris from some of these materials might enter the eye, and which is why it's also important to wear protective glasses. Some of us who do welding work and metal work are exposed to UV rays from stuff used to do the welding and the rest of them. The rest of us who works in laboratories, there's risk of chemical splash of fumes entering the eye and damaging particularly the cornea. Some of us who do outdoor work are police officers and the rest are exposed to dust, smoke from the environment and direct sunlight. And over the years, this contact on the eye can cause several things, especially the region where there is a growth in the front part of the eye. There's also a set of us who stay on the screen for long: graphic designers, content creators, and a host of web designers, a host of other persons staying on the screen for a long time, usually because of course you don't blink properly and the rest. There's complaints of eye strain, there's complaints of dry eyes. The eye generally feels uncomfortable, which is the reason why we usually encourage for taking breaks. What we call 20-20-20, taking breaks in between work, especially when you are doing near work and you are working on the screen. The other persons who do agricultural works, you're supposed to, fertilizers, you're supposed to, no matter the type of agriculture it is, some of the things that are being used can also be harmful to the eye. That's why it's good you get to have covering, so you have gloves, so that when you touch the other things and you might need to touch your eye, you get to remove those things so that contents from maybe the fertilizers or some of the feeds don't get to enter the eye and then cause very severe irritations, because it can cause very severe allergic conjunctivitis. Those of us even in the health sectors are not totally left out, because of course it's a hospital environment, persons come, you touch one or two things, before you know it, you can make a mistake, touch a surface, and then your hand gets to enter your hand. Before you know it, you're affected in ways that you didn't imagine. Also, the artists and those that do maybe painting, those that do saloon work, the rest of that, there's also exposure to some of these materials. In some of these cases, usually there may be a situation of chemical splash or stuff like that. Alright, even those who are drivers, even those who work in manufacturing companies are not left out. That's why it's very important that you get to see your doctor no matter your work environment. That's why eye checks are important, so that of course there are protective glasses and there are degrees of protection that these glasses need to be able to protect you from different hazards in your work environment. And you wouldn't know if you don't seek professional advice from your optometrist, from your eye doctor. So whatever sector you're working is ideal. You also have a check and ask your doctor, what am I prone to and what should I avoid, so that you don't get to work and come back with injury. That's why in the eye place we make provisions for making sure you see comfortably, making sure that also your glasses come in styles and give you both comfort and beauty. So also making sure that we have provisions for different protective coverings for whatever work you find yourself. So take out your time today, come for an eye check and know what exactly you need for your environment. Hope this information is helpful.